بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علمك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. This is the fourth session, and we, inshallah, talk a little bit about love because we have had already discussion, so the time is short. This is about love as the basis of family. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that among His signs are the signs which relate to family and marriage. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها. So this is, I think, Surah Surah Rum, verse 21. Among His signs are this, that He created for you from yourself mates or pairs or spouses. Min anfusikum azwajan. So husband and wife are from the same type of being, from the same type of nature. It's not for example, someone from another planet or another nature. Okay? Why? لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, so that you would have comfort or you could have peace. Sukun. Sukun means rest. You know, we have sakina in the Quran. Sakina means tranquility, peace, very deep internal sukun, peace. So it seems that we human beings are like, for example, a piece of wood that is floating on a river. We need to attach to something so that we can be stable and we can have, sukun. Of course, the main thing is zikrullah, the connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ala bi zikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. But also, we need to connect to people who can give us sukun. But this sukun, of course, would not be the ultimate sukun. So it's not that if you have a good husband or good wife, all problems disappear. But at least this gives you some sukun. The ultimate sukun is connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً, and He made between you, mawadda means affection, friendship, mutual love, and rahmah, mercy. If we want to reflect on this ayah, we realize that the first part, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses the language of khalq, creation. In the second part is ja'al, which is different from creation, making. خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا means in his creation he has made men and women in the way that they have the potential of marrying each other and give sukoon to each other. It's not that you are created as husband and wife, but there is something in the creation of having two genders who can marry. Okay? So Allah has made this arrangement in the creation that sets the ground for marriage. And the aim is not just reproduction and continuity of human beings. The aim is, in addition to that, something more, more emotional, more psychological, more spiritual, and that is sukoon, rest, peace, tranquility. وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. Maybe this is after actually marrying. Before marrying, in the creation, there is potential for getting sukoon from the one that you are going to marry. But when you marry, Allah puts love and mercy between husband and wife. جَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. So it seems that there is a blessing in proper marriage. If people don't commit themselves to marriage, still, as a, for example, boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe they can enjoy this relation. Pardon? They can enjoy part of that sukoon. But that sukoon can be fully achieved from the potentials that have been created when we commit ourselves to marriage. Okay? So there is something put by Allah in men and women that they can be husband and wife, they can be mates. If someone uses this out of the context of marriage, still they may get something, but that would not be the full flourishment of that potential. The full flourishment is in marriage. And therefore, when you marry, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would bless you with something more, which is genuine love and mercy. جَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. Here there is a discussion among ulama, among mufassirin. What is the difference between mawadda wa rahma? One interpretation is this, that mawadda is mutual, is reciprocated. It's like a friendship that you give and gain. Rahma is something that can be without receiving. It's given without expecting any return. In marriage, we need both. In marriage, we need to reciprocate love. We benefit from each other, we help each other, we love each other. But also in marriage, there might be times that you only give love and you may not receive for different reasons. Maybe, for example, your husband, your wife becomes ill, or is in a difficult situation. You cannot say, you are not showing love to me, I don't show love to you. You are not helping me, I don't help you. Your husband or your wife becomes part of you, but which part of you? The more important part of you. Yeah? So if you are going to sacrifice, don't sacrifice for the other parts. I mean, don't sacrifice the other part. Sacrifice your part for the sake of other part. Okay? So if I make sure my wife is happy and my wife makes sure that I am happy and there is a competition here to make each other happy, then that is really a family based on mawadda and rahmah. If we just reciprocate, then rahmah is missing. Okay? So for example, between parents and children, it's more mawadda or rahmah? Is rahmah. From parent side. From parent side is normally rahmah. You don't receive that much from your children. Yeah? Unless, for example, maybe if you become needy or ill and your children look after you, you know. So, this shows that in Islam, marriage has its roots not only in our body and physical needs. It has its roots in our soul and psychological, spiritual needs. But this can also give fruits. This marriage, which has roots in this, can give fruits like friendship, like mercy. And if we show this unconditional love and mercy to each other, then it would be possible to face all the challenges outside home, outside family. But if you have all the time challenge inside home and family, then you take these challenges outside. You know, home should be a place that you are receiving love and energy and go and spread it during the day outside. When you become tired, you go back home and are energized. Or, of course, it's not only home. For example, you go to a place of worship, you get energy. You go to shrine, you get energy. Maybe your work is something good also. But anyway, outside normally there are challenges. In home should be a place that we don't have challenges. We should have love, we should have rest. So that we come home, we are energized and we go out. But if, God forbids, home is a place of headache, then this headache can be also transmitted to other people. And then it becomes a race of problems. So, what we need to do is first to clarify for people what should their expectations from marriage be. Unfortunately, people don't sometimes consider the conditions for a good marriage completely. For example, they only consider like age or appearance or financial aspect, or for example, reputation, this type of things. These are all important, but to what extent they are important is important. And the second thing, the most important thing is whether this person is a person that with whom I can have this deep sense of unity. A person with whom we can have very strong unity. Not because that person is perfect. I don't look for an angel or a perfect person, but a person that we can understand each other. I think the minimum, which by itself is a great thing, is to be able to understand each other. The greatest thing that we need in family is husband and wife being able to understand each other and look at each other from their own perspective, the eyes of the other person. This is very important. Sometimes because our ideas differ, our expectations from life differ, our religion or ideological, ideas are different. We cannot understand each other, unfortunately. But if we can understand each other, I think many problems disappear. In my estimation, the greatest challenge to family life is misunderstanding, which is normally because of miscommunication. If you communicate properly and you have already made sure that there is something mutual between you, then you should overcome most of problems. But sometimes we don't communicate properly, or even if we communicate because we belong to two different worlds, there is nothing to agree on. But if we had made sure that there is a common ground between us, we understand each other's expectations from life, philosophy of life, and we communicate properly, there shouldn't be problem. Okay, I think I maybe stop here, and inshallah we then can continue next week. So, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. الحمد لله رب العالمين.